I'm not running 60. You probably could.
What kind of psycho would run 60?
Oh, I mean, he's like, I think he's in there with us. I'm Cosmo. I just got top 8 the Fairbanks Regional in Alaska with White Forest Fiendsmith. It's a 45 card list. I'll start with the engine. I have 3 LZ, 3 Sylvie, 1 LZ, and then we have our White Witch, Vengeance, and I have 1 Diabell Star. I'm not playing Russia or Stellar. I'm on Fiendsmith, and I just couldn't make the space work. I was trying to fit in a Stellar in. Just like one, I think being able to do different lines in response to like a Perulia or something is important, but I just couldn't fit the space in. But I'm happy with this. You could flex maybe to Diabell Star if you wanted to, but I chose to max out on Fiendsmith engine.
No, not really.
So this deck was just to draw really hard, and I think that the Fiendsmith engine is really strong. So I have Lacrima, Synced, and my Paradise. It's like super high impact with single engraver. It's like Paradise feels so good in this deck. There are times where you just like engraver for Paradise to like break boards, but I think in situations where the White Forest engine what's good stopping his tracks, regardless of draw, just it's getting hand trapped. Fiendsmith will help you move past it into at least like a Caesar, which is pretty high impact, in my opinion.
So why no trapped?
We're not losing a draw with Synced. I haven't missed tracked at all.
Okay.
Synced has been great. Like there's some weird lines where like you won't end up Lacrima engraved because you want to get mid 4 or 5 summons with Synced. It really insulates your combo. I really like Pure. I like the concept of playing Pure with Foolish Burial Goods, and the siding patterns with that feel a lot cleaner, but I think that this is just stronger for me than how I play. For like the hand traps, I have 3 Edge, I have 3 Fulos, I have 2 Perulia, I have 2 Droll, and 1 Baylor. It's wonky, but you'll see with the rest of the non-engine why I have it like this. I wasn't 100% so I would love to fit a 3rd draw land, but I need 5 Trimies with a 45 card list. I think you need Ash. You want the Baylor for your cap with Garcia and draw is really good. I'm also playing Cross Out, which is why I have like this set. Like I want to fit in a lot. You could like shuffle these around, the non-engine around, I'll show you later, and put in nibs. But because this worked for me, this can be modified to your taste. But if you're a good player, you should be consistently doing well with White Forest regardless. I have 3 Wanted, 1 Deception, and a Hollowed.
This is my
favorite. This is like pretty standard with the 1 Diabell Star. The flex I was talking about was, just like some people do the 2 engraver and you have like a 2nd witch because they value the Chorizo line, which is really good. Well, the Chorizo line feels like negging to plus and then go full combo. So but this is a little bit more reliable. It was hard to fit in like, I wanted to fit in either another witch or another field spell and run on 1 witch. I haven't run into too many situations where I was really like hurting for the 2nd. You search in combo, it's a starter. I think in Fiendsmith you can really flex the numbers on of which. You definitely don't need 3. I am on Tails. Some people are cutting this. I always found it really expands the ceiling at the inboard. It really kind of makes it unbreakable. I definitely prefer to run this, especially with Witch at 1. There are mods where I'm like doing the combo and like you need to search another White Forest spell or trap, and this one is pretty good, especially with the Fiends. You can go and break stuff with Soul. I don't know how people play cutting it personally, but maybe I just need to look at more stuff. I have the Philia and the Curse for the Diabell's engine to get into Vengeance. It's pretty standard. This is like the weird stuff that was a call for this regionals that worked out relatively well. Was the 3 super poly. I found myself needing to break stuff in situations like you could flex this with like Neb if you wanted to, but with all the charmies, this is a little bit like this is a power trap even going when you're going first. If you set it, it kind of feels good to break stuff. I know like it's not like ideal into every end board that I've seen with a lot of the popular jacks right now, but there are also situations where they don't go like the ideal line and they do it on stuff. You just super poly away. You could definitely flex this with Neb or some other stuff, some different engine. And then I have a 2 Black Goat Laughs and a Morian. You need traps in this deck, obviously, for Vengeance to be able to summon itself, and Black Goat also acts as a breaker when people run one with FBG, but I'm not running FBG. I only have 2, so I ran 2, but honestly running 2 didn't feel too bad. Like it kind of fit with my 45 card deck list perfectly with all the different like corners I wanted to hit. So Black Goat is great. Sending it up super poly feels like ridiculous. Going first, it's pretty good. Going second, you break stuff. You break second extra hard. I really like it. And then I have a Morian here. I like Morian as Simple Spoils Trap. It helps like finish your end board. It's super recyclable with Wanted. You can like send it and reset it. It's like kind of low impact, but it is just that extra piece of interaction that you really need to finish off your turn one. This could be a woe. This could be like I'm not a big Aphis believer anymore right now, but it's still okay. But Morian is good. I've used this a lot to summon Vengeance. I'll go into the extra deck. We have the Diabell Queen, we have RCL, and we have Silvera for the White Forest Synchros. Diabell is a great end board piece. RCL helps you get into Diabell for your combo, and then Silvera, you can recycle this with Sylvie on their turn and then just go into again with Vengeance or Diabell, whichever one you did use first, depending on what your board looks like. It's not a hard once per turn. This card helps you go for game with double piercing. I love this card a lot. I'm not on Vengeance or Poplar because I'm running Fiendsmith. Chaos Angel, it's super easy to make in this deck. Super strong boss monster. It helps you secure games. We have the Azamina cards here. We have Mu, Ursilago, and then Sylvia, part of your main Azamina combo with Deception. And I have Soul. This helps you break boards, and it is generally what you summon off of Simple Spoils of the White Forest, because your end board is going to have Vengeance, preferably used Vengeance, and one of your illusion monsters. Because it probably ran through the Sylvia, so it's not going to be there. I'd like to fit in Saint, but with the choice I made to run Super Polymerization, I just didn't have the room for it, because you need to run Chorozo for the Diabell line. Is also a super polymerization, something you may go super poly. It feels kind of bad playing because it's very weak to interaction. I have, for the other poly targets, I have Garura, a Dragon of the Swamp. If you're playing super poly, you kind of have to play these. For the Fiendsmith engine, we have the Desiree, Necroquip, Caesar, and you basically never go into Desiree. I've never found myself wanting to go into Desiree with this particular build. Earlier, maybe, but post Allen, it's better to get onto Caesar and have your Lacrima and your Requiem engraved so you can dump Paradise, and that's like several layers of interaction. I'll get into the side deck. You have 3 Lancia and 2 Meows. Meows is good against some other stuff. I wish I drew it a few times. This tournament would have been great. I have my 3rd roll because roll is broken. I just had a different game plan. I wanted to gain card advantage off the Charmies and then super poly away their boards the next turn. I'm not running 60. I totally could.
What kind of psycho would run 60?
Oh, I mean, he's like, I think he's in there with us. I'm running 3 thrusts 1 talent, and then my Silver deck dev, and then D-Barrier. This is like going first. What I side in generally,
Yep.
I didn't have room for talents in the main deck non-engine, just the way I built it, so I put it in the side because it's a broken card. In a 45 card deck, you want to draw what you're siding in, so that's why Rest kind of makes it so you really have access to whatever, because if they're siding in going second, you know, more likely than not, they're going to activate something on your turn. When you set something with Rest. If you hard draw these, it was awesome. It's like ends games like versus a lot of decks. And then this is just to cap out your base like White Forest engine, or like your Diablo and like White Forest engine. I was skeptical about this card, but it is very practical in its usage. And then for the last two, I have like breakers. I have Harpies, and I have Simple Spoils of Subversion. I really liked this card. And also just the way I built my side decks, I didn't have like the room for Lightning Storm or like other breakers. I don't really particularly like other breakers, but this is searchable. You can recycle it with Wanted, and it's a great card because it sends it to the spell and trap zone, and it keeps it out of rotation in the graveyard. It's really hard to get it back once you do that. This is super useful into Ryziel.
They are now pendulum.
Yeah, in this column. No, this is a super useful breaker for me. Like, someone told me, oh, take that thing out of there like 4 times, but no, this card is good. It's really strong in this deck, and just the way I built it, it worked out well for me this tournament. And then Harpies, because, like I said, you need like a breaker. This is a 1-off that you can run. It really just clears back row. It forces out Omni negates. But if they don't have an Omni, it's really strong against a lot of turn two situations. So yeah, that's my side deck. That's my top 8. White Forest deck profile. Fairbanks Alaska.